The Galactic Trade Station Nexus 7 was busy today. Hundreds of aliens walked through the wide metal halls. Ships arrived and left every few minutes. Traders sold rare items from across the galaxy. Everyone followed one simple rule: respect all species. Captain Marcus Chin walked slowly through the station. His daughter Sarah walked beside him. She was 19 years old. She wore a simple blue jacket and jeans. Her brown hair was tied back. She looked like a normal girl. Nobody knew they were from Earth. Nobody knew what humans could really do. Marcus needed to buy supplies for his cargo ship. Food, water, fuel, basic things. Sarah looked around with curious eyes. Everything was new to her. This was only her third time off Earth. They stopped at a small shop. The shop sold alien artifacts. Strange crystals, old weapons, ancient books. Sarah walked inside. Marcus stayed near the door. He watched her carefully. A father always watches his daughter. Sarah picked up a small blue crystal. It glowed softly in her hand. Beautiful. She wanted to see it closer. She held it up to the light. A voice shouted behind her, "Hey, put that down, dirt creature." Sarah turned around. A tall alien stood there. Very tall, almost 7 feet. He had 4 arms. Blue scales covered his body. His eyes were yellow with black slits, like a snake. This was Vexthor. He was from the Kralix species. The Kralix were known across the galaxy, known as bullies, known as violent, known to think they were better than everyone else. Sarah smiled. She put the crystal down gently. "Sorry, I was just looking." Vexthor stepped closer. His forehand became fists. "Looking? You touched it with your disgusting hands." Other aliens stopped walking. They turned to watch. Some moved away quickly. They knew what was coming. Kralix's anger was very dangerous. Marcus turned his head. He looked at Vexthor. His face stayed calm, but his eyes changed. They became cold, very cold, like ice. Sarah raised her hands. "I did not mean to offend you. I apologize." Vexthor looked at her. Then he laughed. A cruel laugh. "Apologize? You think words fix this? You weak little creature." Marcus took one step forward. Just one. But something in the air changed. Every human knows this feeling. The moment before thunder. The moment before lightning strikes. Then it happened. Crack! Vexthor slapped Sarah across the face. Hard. The sound echoed through the entire station corridor. Sharp. Loud. Final. Everything stopped. Complete silence. Every alien froze. Some gasped. Some covered their mouths. One small alien whispered a prayer. Sarah's head turned from the impact. A bright red mark appeared on her left cheek. But she did not fall. She did not step back. She did not cry. She stood perfectly still. Slowly, she turned her head back. Her green eyes met Vexthor's yellow eyes. And then she smiled. A small smile. A dangerous smile. Vexthor looked confused. Why was she smiling? Marcus did not move. He stood like a statue. But everyone could feel it now. Something terrible was about to happen. The temperature seemed to drop. The lights seemed dimmer. Sarah touched her red cheek. She looked at her father. Then she looked back at Vexthor. "You just made a mistake. A very, very bad mistake." Vexthor laughed again. Louder this time. "What will you do, weak human? Your species is soft. You have no claws, no armor, no sharp teeth. You are nothing but prey." He pushed Sarah backward. She stumbled but did not fall. Marcus finally spoke. His voice was quiet. Too quiet. The kind of quiet that makes your blood run cold. "Son, you have 10 seconds to apologize to my daughter." Vexthor turned to face Marcus. He walked right up to him. He pushed Marcus's chest with 2 of his hands. "Oh, what old man? What will you do?" Marcus looked down at his watch. A simple Earth watch. Then he looked up at Vexthor. His face showed nothing. No anger. No fear. Nothing. Just empty cold eyes. 10. Vexthor laughed. 9. Other Kralix warriors appeared from the crowd. 5 of them. They surrounded Marcus and Sarah. They crossed their 4 arms. ready for a fight. 8! An old alien in the crowd grabbed his friend. We need to leave. Now! Why? That human is counting. When humans count down, something very bad happens. 7. More aliens started moving away. Quickly. They knew. Somehow they knew. 6. Sarah cracked her knuckles. A small sound, but everyone heard it. 5. Vexthor stopped laughing. Something in Marcus's eyes made him nervous. 4. The station's alarm system detected rising tension. Security was coming, but they would be too late. 3. Marcus rolled his shoulders, loosened his neck. His body relaxed. Combat ready. 2. Sarah stepped beside her father, back to back. Father and daughter, ready together. 1. Vexthor raised all 4 of his arms, ready to strike again. 0. Marcus looked at Vexthor one last time. Last chance. Apologize now. Vexthor spit on the ground. Never. He swung his fist at Sarah's face again. The same move. The same attack. But this time something different happened. Something that would be remembered across the entire galaxy for years to come. Something that would change how every alien species looked at humans forever. What did Marcus do? What happened when that fist came toward his daughter's face? Why did 5 security ships suddenly change course toward Nexus 7? Why did the Galactic Council receive an emergency alert? And why did every military database in the galaxy suddenly open files marked danger level maximum? The answer was simple. Vexthor just learned the most important rule in the galaxy. The rule that every species would soon learn. The rule written in blood and pain and regret. Never, ever, touch a human's child. Marcus moved. But he did not move like a normal person. He moved like water. Smooth, fast, deadly. One moment he was standing still. The next moment his hand caught Vexthor's fist. Mid-air, stopped it completely. Vexthor's eyes went wide. Impossible. His punch could break steel. But this human stopped it with one hand. Just one hand. Marcus squeezed. Bones cracked. Vexthor screamed. I gave you 10 seconds. You wasted them all. Marcus twisted the arm. Vexthor dropped to his knees. Pain shot through his entire body. He tried to pull away. Could not move. The human's grip was like iron. The other 5 Kralix warriors charged forward. All at once. They thought numbers would win. 5 against 2. Easy fight. Sarah turned to face them. She did not look scared. She looked calm. Too calm. The first warrior swung at her head. She ducked. Simple. Easy. The fist passed over her head by inches. She grabbed his arm. Used his own speed against him. Pulled him forward. He lost balance. She swept his legs. He crashed to the floor. Hard. Too slow. Sarah said quietly. The second warrior attacked from behind. Coward move. Sarah heard him coming. Humans have good hearing. Very good. She spun around. Kicked his knee. The joint bent wrong. He fell screaming. Too loud. Sarah said. The third and fourth warriors attacked together. Smart. They came from both sides. Sarah could not block both. Or so they thought. She jumped. Straight up. Higher than they expected. Both warriors hit each other instead. Their heads smashed together. They fell unconscious instantly. Sarah landed softly. Like a cat. Too predictable. Sarah said. The fifth warrior stopped. He looked at his friends on the ground. All 4 defeated in less than 30 seconds. By one human girl. Impossible. He looked at Marcus. Marcus still held Vexthor on his knees. With one hand. Not even breathing hard. The warrior dropped his weapons. He raised all 4 hands. I surrender. Sarah nodded. Smart choice. Marcus finally released Vexthor. The Kralix leader fell forward. Gasping. Crying. His arm was broken in 3 places. You are monsters. Vexthor whispered. Marcus knelt down beside him, face to face. No, we are parents. There's a difference. Suddenly, 20 station security guards appeared. They wore heavy armor. carried energy weapons. Their leader was Commander Zix, a tall reptilian alien with green scales and intelligent eyes. Everyone freeze. Put your hands up. Now! Marcus and Sarah raised their hands slowly. Calm. No sudden moves. Zix looked around. 6 Kralix warriors on the ground, moaning in pain. 2 humans standing, not even sweating. His eyes narrowed. Explain. Right now. Sarah pointed at her red cheek, still bright red from the slap. That one hit me. My father defended me. They attacked us. We defended ourselves. Zix pulled out a tablet. He accessed the security cameras, watched the recording, saw everything. The slap, the countdown, the attack, the defense. His scales turned pale, very pale. He knew what this meant. He knew the law. Medical teams. Help the Kralix. Now. Guards rushed forward with medical kits. They treated the broken bones, the injuries. One guard whispered to another, "How did 2 humans do this?" "They are from Earth. A death world." What is a death world? A planet so dangerous that only the strongest survive. Humans are the apex predators of their entire world. Zix walked up to Marcus. He looked tired. Very tired. "Captain Chun, by station law you had the right to defend your daughter. The Kralix attacked first. You responded with appropriate force. You are free to go." Marcus nodded. "Thank you, Commander." But Vextor was not finished. Even with a broken arm, he shouted, "This is not overhuman. The Kralix Empire will hear about this. We have 300 warships. We will come to your Earth. We will destroy your cities. We will kill your families. We will end your entire species." The entire corridor went silent again. Every alien stopped moving. They looked at Vextor like he just signed his own death warrant. Marcus walked over to him. Slowly. Each step echoed. He knelt down. Very close. So close their faces almost touched. Then Marcus whispered something. Only Vextor could hear it. 10 words. Just 10 words. Vextor's face changed. Anger became shock. Shock became fear. Pure, absolute fear. His yellow eyes went wide. His mouth opened. No sound came out. Marcus stood up. He took Sarah's hand. "Come on. We still need to buy supplies." They walked away. Calm. Like nothing happened. Father and daughter. Just another day. Behind them, Vextor started shaking. Trembling. A guard asked him what was wrong. What did the humans say? Vextor could not speak. He just kept shaking his head. Over and over. Commander Zix watched Marcus and Sarah leave. Then he made a decision. A very important decision. He opened his communicator. Called the Galactic Council Emergency Line. "This is Commander Zix of Nexus 7. I am reporting a code Deathworld incident. Human provocation, level maximum. A Kralix warrior struck a human child. The father retaliated. 6 Kralix warriors are injured. The Kralix Empire has threatened war against Earth." The voice on the other end went quiet, then spoke slowly. "Did you say war? Against Earth?" "Yes, sir." Another pause. "Those idiots. Do they have any idea what they just did?" "I do not think so, sir. We need to stop this. Now, before millions die. Contact the Kralix High Command immediately. Send them the security footage. Send them Earth's file. All of it. Maybe they will understand before it is too late. And if they do not understand, sir," the voice sighed, "then we will witness the shortest war in galactic history. And the Kralix will learn why you never threatened a Deathworlder's family." Meanwhile, in deep space, the Kralix 3rd Battle Fleet received a message. War Chief Krosthor read it. His son Vextor was attacked by humans. Injured. Humiliated. Krosthor roared with rage. He ordered his fleet to prepare for battle. 300 warships. 10,000 warriors. Enough to destroy entire planets. His second Officer General Vix approached carefully. "Sir, before we attack, you should read this file." "What file?" "Earth's file. Their danger assessment." Krosthor grabbed the tablet. He started reading. His face changed. Page after page. His anger slowly faded. replaced by something else. Something the Kralix rarely felt. Fear. The file showed Earth's history. Their wars, their weapons, their violence, but also their restraint, their mercy, their choice to be peaceful even when they could destroy everything. At the bottom of the file was a single line in red letters. Threat level maximum. Do not engage unless absolutely necessary. If unavoidable, use overwhelming force immediately. Do not give them time to respond. Because if Earth responds, you have already lost. Krosthor closed the file. He looked at his fleet. 300 ships. Against one species. Should be easy. But the file showed something terrifying. Humans had weapons that could destroy planets. They built thousands of them, pointed them at each other for decades, and never used them because they chose peace. But what happens when you take away that choice? What happens when you threaten their children? Krosthor made a decision. The hardest decision of his life. Cancel the attack. Send a message to the human father. We apologize. Every warrior in the command room gasped. Apologize? Impossible. The Kralix never apologize. But Krosthor knew something they did not know. He read the file completely. He saw what humans were truly capable of. And he understood. One human father defeated 6 Kralix warriors. What would 1,000,000 human fathers do? What would their military do? What would happen if Earth stopped choosing peace? The answer was simple. Total annihilation. Not of Earth, of the Kralix. Back on Nexus, 7 Marcus and Sarah finished buying supplies. They walked back to their ship. Sarah, touch your cheek. Still red. Still sore. Dad. What did you whisper to him? Marcus smiled. A sad smile. I told him to look up what humans did to the last species that threatened our children. What did we do? Marcus stopped walking. He looked at his daughter. We hunted them. Every single one. Across 3 star systems. For 50 years. Until they apologized. Until they swore never to harm a human child again. Until they understood. Sarah's eyes went wide. That really happened? Yes. Before you were born. It was called the Zenther Incident. Most species do not talk about it. But every military knows. Every government remembers. It is the reason most aliens are polite to humans now. They reached their ship. Started loading supplies. Sarah looked back at the station. Do you think they will attack Earth? Marcus shook his head. No. They will read the file. They will understand. And they will back down. How do you know? Because every bully is the same. They are brave until they meet someone stronger. Then they learn respect. Sarah hugged her father. Thanks for protecting me, Dad. Marcus hugged her back. Always, sweetheart. Always. But this story was not over. Not even close. Because within hours, every news station in the galaxy would report what happened. Every species would watch the security footage. Every government would discuss it. And everyone would learn the same lesson. The same rule that would echo across 1,000 worlds. Humans are peaceful. Humans are kind. Humans are gentle. Until you threaten their family. 3 hours passed. Every news station in the galaxy received the footage. Security cameras from Nexus 7 sent the video to news networks automatically. Standard procedure for code Deathworld incidents. The Galactic News Network was first. Their main anchor was a blue-skinned alien named Trixval. She had reported news for 40 years. She had seen wars, disasters, diplomatic failures. But when she watched the Nexus 7 footage, her hands started shaking. She went live across 2,000 planets. Breaking news. A Kralix warrior attacked a human child on Nexus 7 station. The father responded, "What you are about to see has shocked military analysts across the galaxy. Viewer discretion is advised." The footage played. Millions watched. Billions. Every species. Every world. They saw Vextor slap Sarah. They heard the crack echo through the station. They saw Marcus count down from 10. They watched the fight. 2 humans against 6 Kralix warriors. 30 seconds. Total victory. But most importantly, they saw Marcus stop. He did not kill. He did not continue attacking. He defended his daughter and stopped. Control. perfect control. Social media exploded. Aliens posted reactions everywhere. Did you see that human catch the punch? Impossible. The girl took down 4 warriors alone. 4. Why did the Kralix attack? Everyone knows you do not touch a Deathworlder's child. My species lives near human space. We have always been respectful. Now I know why. One post went viral, written by the lawn merchant who traded with humans for years. I have met many humans. They are kind. They laugh. They help others. They share food. But I also noticed something. They watch their children constantly. Always. Now I understand. It is not fear. It is love. And that love is more dangerous than any weapon. The post was shared 10 million times in 1 hour. Military channels analyzed the fight frame by frame. A retired general from the Vorton species broke it down on the Tactical Analysis Network. Look at the human male stance. Relaxed but ready. He does not telegraph his moves. When he strikes, it is precise. Controlled. This is not raw aggression. This is trained combat skill. And the female? Even more impressive. She is young, maybe 20 Earth years. But watch her movements. Fluid. Efficient. She uses minimal energy for maximum effect. This suggests lifelong training. Every human child learns to fight. According to Earth cultural files, yes. They call it self-defense. It is considered basic education, like mathematics or language. The general sat back in his chair. A species where every civilian knows combat techniques, where every parent is a potential warrior. This explains much about human history. Meanwhile, the Kralix Empire's communication channels were overloaded. Citizens demanded answers. Why did their warriors lose? Why did War Chief Krosthor cancel the attack? Why did they apologize? Krosthor called a press conference. Rare for Kralix leadership. They usually never explain decisions. But this was different. He stood before cameras. His 4 arms crossed. His face serious. My people, you have questions. I have answers. Yes, we canceled the attack on Earth. Yes, we apologize to human father. And yes, I would make the same decision again. Angry shouts from the audience. Let me finish. You think I am weak? You think I fear battle? I have fought in 30 wars. I have led fleets against enemies across a galaxy. But I am not stupid. And attacking Earth would be stupid. He displayed the Earth file on a massive screen. This is what humans are capable of. Study it. Learn from it. They have weapons that can crack planets. They have ships that can cross the galaxy in days. They have an economy that produces more resources than our entire empire. And most terrifying of all, they have restraint. They choose not to use their full power. They choose peace. But what if we took away that choice? What if we force them to fight? What happens when a peaceful species decides peace is no longer possible? Silence. I will tell you what happens. Total war. Complete annihilation. They will not stop until we are destroyed. Not because they are cruel, but because they protect their own. Always. Forever. Without question. He paused. My son made a mistake. He paid for it with a broken arm and shattered pride. But he is alive. If we had attacked Earth, he would be dead. We would all be dead. So yes, I apologized. And I am not ashamed. The Kralix audience sat quietly, processing, understanding. Back on Nexus, 7 Commander Zix received a communication request. Priority 1, from the Galactic Council itself. Prime Velmar appeared on screen. He was the leader of the council, a wise old alien from the Elder species. He had governed for 200 years. Commander Zix, report. The situation is contained, sir. The humans departed peacefully. The Kralix withdrew their threat. No further incidents. Good. Send me full reports. We need to discuss humanity's status in the galactic community. Sir, may I ask why? Velmar looked tired. Very tired. Because every 10 years a new species joins a galaxy. And every time they make the same mistake. They underestimate humans. They see small bodies. No claws. No natural armor. They think humans are weak. Then something like this happens. And we have to prevent a war. What do you suggest, sir? We need to make an official statement, a warning to all species, about humans, about Deathworlders, about what happens when you threaten their families. Will they listen, sir? Some will not, but at least we tried. The Galactic Council met in emergency session, 12 species leaders. They reviewed the footage, read the reports, discussed options. Finally, they voted. Unanimous decision. They would invite Marcus and Sarah Chun to address the council, to tell their story, to explain humanity to the galaxy, to prevent future incidents. But first they needed to find them. Marcus and Sarah had already left Nexus 7. Their cargo ship was heading to the Outer Rim, delivering supplies to mining colonies. A council courier ship intercepted them. Fast diplomatic vessel. It pulled alongside their cargo ship. Sent a communication request. Marcus answered, "This is Captain Chun. What can I do for you?" "Captain Chun, this is Council Courier 7. We have a message from Prime Velmar himself. The Galactic Council requests your presence. You and your daughter. They wish to speak with you about the Nexus 7 incident." Marcus looked at Sarah. She shrugged. "Are we in trouble?" Marcus asked. "No, sir. Quite the opposite. They want to honor you and learn from you." Marcus thought for a moment. "We have cargo to deliver. Can it wait 3 days?" "Sir, the entire galaxy is watching. Every news network, every government. Everyone wants to know about the humans who stood up to the Kralix Empire." Sarah touched her father's shoulder. "Dad, maybe we should go. Maybe we can help prevent more incidents like this." Marcus nodded slowly. "All right. Tell the council we accept. But our cargo still needs delivery. Can you arrange transport?" "Already done, sir. A council ship will take your cargo. You and your daughter will travel with us." 2 hours later, Marcus and Sarah transferred to the courier ship. It was fast. Very fast. Technology beyond anything Earth had. They would reach the council homeworld in 1 day instead of 2 weeks. Sarah looked out the viewport. Stars streaked past at incredible speed. "Dad, what do we tell them?" "The truth. That we're just normal people. That any human parent would do what I did. That we want peace, but we will always protect our families. Do you think they will understand?" Marcus smiled. Some will not. But that is okay. Understanding takes time. Respect we already have. Fear we earned. Now we need to show them we are not monsters. Just protective parents. The ship jumped to faster than light speed. The journey began. But back on Earth, something else was happening. Something unexpected. The news reached Earth's government. The United Earth Council called an emergency meeting. President Amanda Walsh reviewed the footage. She watched her citizens defend themselves against alien aggressors. She read the reports. The Kralix threat. The military buildup. The cancellation. She made a decision. Contact the Galactic Council. Tell them Earth wishes to make an official statement about this incident, about our policies, about what happens if anyone attacks our citizens again. Her military advisor spoke carefully. "Madam President, such a statement might be seen as aggressive." "Good. Let them see. Let every species know. We are peaceful. We are friendly. We are cooperative. But we are not weak. And we will never allow our people to be harmed without response." She stood up. "Draft the statement. Make it clear. Make it firm. Make it so that no one ever makes this mistake again." The statement was sent within hours. It reached every government, every military, every news network. It was simple, direct, unmistakable. Earth stands with all peaceful species. We seek cooperation and friendship. We believe in diplomacy and mutual respect. But understand this clearly. Any attack on human citizens anywhere in the galaxy will be considered an attack on Earth itself. We will respond. We will protect our people. Always, without exception, without hesitation. Choose your actions wisely. The galaxy read those words and understood. Humans were not making threats. They were making promises. There is a difference. Threats are empty words. Promises are kept, On the council courier ship Sarah could not sleep. Too much had happened. She walked to the observation deck, found her father already there, looking at the stars. Could not sleep either? She asked. Too much thinking. About what? Marcus was quiet for a moment. About how one moment changed everything. One slap, one decision to count to 10 instead of attacking immediately. One fight, and now the whole galaxy is watching. Do you regret it? Regret defending you? Never. But I worry about what comes next. What if other species see this as weakness? What if they think humans can be provoked? Sarah shook her head. Dad, they saw you stop. They saw you show restraint. That is not weakness. That is strength. True strength. Marcus hugged his daughter. When did you become so wise? I learned from the best. They stood together watching the stars rush past. Father and daughter. Just two humans traveling to meet the leaders of 1,000 worlds. Neither knew what waited for them. Neither knew that this journey would change not just their lives, but the future of human-alien relations forever. But they would face it together. As family. As humans. As Deathworlders who chose peace but never forgot how to fight. The courier ship arrived at Zentera Prime, the home world of the Galactic Council. The planet was beautiful. Blue oceans. Green continents. White cities that sparkled like diamonds. 3 moons hung in the sky. Marcus and Sarah stood at the viewport, staring. They had never seen anything like it. This is where the galaxy makes decisions? Sarah whispered. Yes. Representatives from 200 species meet here. They discuss laws, trade, peace treaties, everything. The ship landed at the council spaceport. Huge, massive. Ships from every corner of the galaxy sat on landing platforms, each one different, each one representing a unique species. A delegation waited for them, led by Prime Velmar himself. He was tall, thin. His skin was silver. His eyes were completely black. He wore simple robes. No jewelry. No decorations. Just dignity. Captain Chun. Sarah Chun. Welcome to Zentera Prime. Thank you for coming. Marcus shook his hand. Earth custom. Velmar looked surprised but returned the gesture. Thank you for the invitation, Prime Velmar. Though I admit we are confused. Why do you want to speak with us? Because the galaxy needs to understand humans better, before more incidents occur. Please follow me. They walked through the spaceport. Aliens everywhere stopped and stared. Whispered. Pointed. Some looked scared. Some looked curious. Some looked respectful. Sarah felt uncomfortable. Dad, everyone is watching us. I know. Just keep walking. Stay calm. They entered a transport vehicle. Quiet. Smooth. It moved through the city automatically. Buildings passed by. Parks. Markets. Monuments. Everything was clean. Organized. Peaceful. Your world is beautiful. Sarah said. Velmar smiled. Thank you. We have worked hard to maintain peace here. For 3,000 years, no war has touched this planet. We hope to keep it that way. Then why invite us? We just fought 6 Kralix warriors. Exactly. You fought, but you did not kill. You defended, but you did not destroy. You showed restraint. That is what the galaxy needs to learn. The transport stopped at the council building. Enormous, made of white stone and glass. Thousands of windows reflected the sunlight. At the entrance stood the flags of 200 species, each one unique, each one representing a world. Marcus looked at them all. Earth is not up there. Not yet, but soon. Your species has only been part of the galactic community for 20 years. Full membership requires 50 years. But after yesterday's incident, we are reconsidering the timeline. They entered the building. The main chamber was circular, seats arranged in rings going up, like an ancient amphitheater. Each seat had translation equipment, holographic displays, communication systems. Already the chamber was filling. Representatives from dozens of species took their seats. They wanted to see the humans, wanted to hear their story. Velmar led them to the center floor. You will stand here. I will ask questions. Answer honestly. The session is being broadcast across the entire galaxy. Billions will watch. Sarah grabbed her father's hand. Dad, I am scared. Marcus squeezed her hand. Me too, but we just tell the truth. That is all we can do. The chamber filled completely. 200 species represented. Thousands of years of civilization gathered in one room, all to hear two humans speak. Velmar stood at the high podium. This emergency session is now open. We gather to discuss the Nexus 7 incident, to understand, to learn, to prevent future conflicts. He gestured to Marcus and Sarah. Before us stand Captain Marcus Chun and his daughter Sarah Chun, both citizens of Earth, both involved in the incident. Captain Chun, please tell us what happened. In your own words. Marcus stepped forward. He looked around the chamber. Hundreds of eyes watching. Cameras recording. History being made. He spoke clearly, calmly. 3 days ago, my daughter and I visited Nexus 7 Station. We needed supplies. Sarah looked at items in a shop. She picked up a crystal. A Kralix warrior named Vextor became angry. He told her to put it down. She did. She apologized. But he was not satisfied. The chamber was silent. Everyone listening. He insulted her, called her weak, called humans weak. Then he slapped her, hard, across the face. Murmurs spread through the chamber. Some species gasped. In many cultures, striking a child was unthinkable. I gave him 10 seconds to apologize. He refused. He threatened my daughter again. So I defended her. Other Kralix warriors attacked. We defended ourselves. We stopped when the threat ended. That is all. A council member stood. A reptilian species called the Saurix. Captain Chun, you say you defended yourself. But 6 trained Kralix warriors were injured. Some seriously. Is that defense or offense? Marcus met his eyes. When someone attacks my daughter, I do not measure my response carefully. I stop the threat. Period. Another council member spoke. A floating jellyfish-like creature called a melodon. But you could have killed them. Your species is capable. Why did you not? Sarah stepped forward. Because killing should be the last option, not the first. We stopped them. They learned their lesson. Everyone survived. Is that not a better outcome? The melodon floated lower. Wise words. Young human. Very wise. More questions came. Some hostile. Some curious. Marcus and Sarah answered each one. Honest. Direct. No hiding. No excuses. Finally, Velmar raised his hand. Silence fell. One more question. This one for me personally. Captain Chun, if the Kralix Empire had attacked Earth, what would humanity have done? The entire chamber held its breath. This was the real question. The one everyone wanted answered. Marcus was quiet for a long moment, choosing his words carefully. We would have defended ourselves. With everything we have, every ship, every weapon, every citizen. We would not have stopped until Earth was safe again, even if it meant destroying the Kralix Empire. Even then, we do not want war. We hate war, but we will not allow our people to be slaughtered. We will not allow our children to be harmed. If that makes us monsters, then so be it. But we will always protect our own. Velmar nodded slowly. Thank you for your honesty. Now I will share something with this council. Something that many species do not know. He activated a holographic display. It showed Earth. Then it zoomed in, showed cities, oceans, mountains, forests. This is Earth, a Class A death world, the 3rd most dangerous planet in known space. Average temperature range of 70 degrees. Catastrophic weather events weekly. Tectonic instability. Volcanic activity. Predators at every level of the food chain. The display changed. Showed Earth animals. Lions, bears, sharks, crocodiles, snakes. These are native species, all capable of killing humans. And yet humans survived, not by being stronger, not by being faster, but by being smarter, more adaptable, more determined. The display showed human history. stone tools, fire, agriculture, cities, technology, space travel. 10,000 years from primitive tribes to spaceflight, one of the fastest technological progressions in galactic history. They achieved this while fighting each other, while fighting their planet, while fighting extinction-level events multiple times. He turned to face the Council, and despite all of this, despite being born warriors, despite having the capability to destroy worlds, they chose peace. They joined our community. They follow our laws. They trade fairly. They help other species. They only fight when attacked first. So, when I see footage of a human father defending his daughter, I do not see violence. I see restraint. I see a warrior who chose to disable rather than kill. I see someone who counted to 10 before acting, gave his enemy a chance to apologize. That is not a monster. That is civilization. The chamber erupted. Some species stood and applauded. Some argued. Some demanded more restrictions on humans. Some demanded humans receive more respect. Velmar raised his hand again. We will vote on a proposal to grant Earth early full membership in the Galactic Council, to recognize humanity as a protected species, to make it clear that attacks on humans will not be tolerated. All in favor? Hands raised, tentacles lifted, wings spread, each species voting. The count was displayed. 147 in favor, 30 against, 23 abstaining. The motion passes. Earth is granted full council membership effective immediately. Captain Chun, Sarah Chun, your species is now officially one of us. Marcus and Sarah looked at each other, shocked. They came here expecting questions, maybe punishment. Not this, never this. Velmar walked down to them. Congratulations. Earth now has a voice in galactic affairs. You have earned this, not through conquest, not through intimidation, but through character, through showing the galaxy what true strength looks like. He shook Marcus's hand again, then Sarah's. There is one more thing. The Council wishes to offer you both positions, as ambassadors, as teachers, to help other species understand humans, to prevent future incidents. Will you accept? Marcus looked at Sarah. What do you think? Sarah smiled. Mom always said you were too protective. Maybe it is time to protect more than just our family. Maybe we can protect everyone. Marcus nodded. We accept. The chamber applauded again. This time everyone joined. 200 species showing respect, showing acceptance, showing hope. But not everyone was happy. In the back of the chamber, a group of representatives sat quietly, their faces hidden by hoods. They did not applaud. They did not celebrate. They were from the Zenthax Combine, a powerful empire from the Far Rim. They believed in strength through conquest, peace through domination. They saw humanity's acceptance as weakness. Their leader whispered to his advisors, humans think they are strong, think they are protected. Let them believe it. We will watch. We will wait. And when the time is right, we will show them what real power looks like. But he did not know, could not know, that in the crowd watching this session was a human intelligence officer, recording everything, listening to everything, because humans learned long ago to always watch for threats. And the Zenthax Combine just became a threat. Marcus and Sarah left the chamber, exhausted. The day had been long, emotional, life-changing. As they walked through the corridors, an alarm sounded. Red lights flashed. Velmar's voice echoed through the building. All council members report to emergency positions. We have received a distress call. A human colony on the outer rim is under attack. Species unknown. Heavy casualties reported. Marcus stopped walking. His face went cold. That look again. The one Sarah saw on Nexus 7. Where? He demanded. A guard checked his tablet. New Terra colony. Epsilon sector. Population 20,000. Mostly families. Children. Marcus turned to Velmar, who had appeared beside them. I need a ship. Fast. Armed. Now. Captain Chen, you are not military. You cannot. Those are my people. Human children are dying. I am going. Sarah grabbed her father's arm. We are going. Velmar looked at them both, saw the determination, the fire, the absolute refusal to back down. He nodded. Follow me. We will vote on a proposal to grant Earth early full membership in the Galactic Council, to recognize humanity as a protected species, to make it clear that attacks on humans will not be tolerated. All in favor? Hands raised, tentacles lifted, wings spread, each species voting. The count was displayed. 147 in favor, 30 against, 23 abstaining. The motion passes. Earth is granted full council membership effective immediately. Captain Chun, Sarah Chun, your species is now officially one of us. Marcus and Sarah looked at each other, shocked. They came here expecting questions, maybe punishment. Not this, never this. Velmar walked down to them. Congratulations. Earth now has a voice in galactic affairs. You have earned this, not through conquest, not through intimidation, but through character, through showing the galaxy what true strength looks like. He shook Marcus's hand again, then Sarah's. There is one more thing. The Council wishes to offer you both positions, as ambassadors, as teachers, to help other species understand humans, to prevent future incidents. Will you accept? Marcus looked at Sarah. What do you think? Sarah smiled. Mom always said you were too protective. Maybe it is time to protect more than just our family. Maybe we can protect everyone. Marcus nodded. We accept. The chamber applauded again. This time everyone joined. 200 species showing respect, showing acceptance, showing hope. But not everyone was happy. In the back of the chamber, a group of representatives sat quietly, their faces hidden by hoods. They did not applaud. They did not celebrate. They were from the Zenthax Combine, a powerful empire from the Far Rim. They believed in strength through conquest, peace through domination. They saw humanity's acceptance as weakness. Their leader whispered to his advisors, humans think they are strong, think they are protected. Let them believe it. We will watch. We will wait. And when the time is right, we will show them what real power looks like. But he did not know, could not know, that in the crowd watching this session was a human intelligence officer, recording everything, listening to everything, because humans learned long ago to always watch for threats. And the Zenthax Combine just became a threat. Marcus and Sarah left the chamber, exhausted. The day had been long, emotional, life-changing. As they walked through the corridors, an alarm sounded. Red lights flashed. Velmar's voice echoed through the building. All council members report to emergency positions. We have received a distress call. A human colony on the outer rim is under attack. Species unknown. Heavy casualties reported. Marcus stopped walking. His face went cold. That look again. The one Sarah saw on Nexus 7. Where? He demanded. A guard checked his tablet. New Terra colony. Epsilon sector. Population 20,000. Mostly families. Children. Marcus turned to Velmar, who had appeared beside them. I need a ship. Fast. Armed. Now. Captain Chen, you are not military. You cannot. Those are my people. Human children are dying. I am going. Sarah grabbed her father's arm. We are going. Velmar looked at them both, saw the determination, the fire, the absolute refusal to back down. He nodded. Follow me. Velmar led them through corridors at a run. Guards followed. They descended to the underground levels. Military section. Restricted area. Massive doors opened. Inside was a hangar. Ships everywhere. Council military vessels. Sleek. Fast. Deadly. Velmar pointed at one ship. That is the fastest ship we have. The Starhawk. It can reach New Terra in 4 hours. But Captain Shin, you must understand. This is a council military vessel. You are civilians. I cannot authorize. Marcus walked past him. Straight to the ship. Sarah followed. Then do not authorize it. Court-martial me later. Right now people are dying. A council military officer stepped in their way. A large insectoid species called manther. 4 arms. Armored exoskeleton. Trained warrior. Stop. You cannot take this ship. Marcus looked up at him. The manther was twice his size. Did not matter. Move. Or I move you. The manther reached for his weapon. Sarah grabbed his arm. Twisted. The manther's legs buckled. He fell to one knee. We are taking the ship. You can help or get out of the way. Your choice. Velmar made a decision. A dangerous one. One that could cost him his position. Let them go. I authorize it. Under emergency provisions. Captain Chun and Sarah Chin are acting as emergency council agents. Give them access codes. Weapons. Everything they need. The guards hesitated, then obeyed. They rushed to prepare the ship. Marcus climbed aboard. Sarah ran to the weapons locker. Started loading gear. Plasma rifles. Energy shields. Medical supplies. Everything. Velmar approached the boarding ramp. Captain Chun. The attackers are unknown. We have no intelligence. No tactical data. You could be flying into a trap. Marcus checked the ship systems. Power online. Weapons charged. Navigation ready. Then we spring the trap and show them why that was a mistake. You are not soldiers. Sarah carried weapons up the ramp. No, we are parents. And someone just attacked our family. The ship engines roared to life. The hangar doors opened. The Starhawk lifted off. Smooth. Powerful. It shot out of the hangar like a bullet. Inside the cockpit, Marcus took the pilot seat. Sarah sat beside him. Co-pilot position. The controls were alien, different from Earth ships, but similar enough. Can you fly this? Sarah asked. I fly cargo ships across the galaxy. This is just faster. Hold on. He pushed the throttle forward. The ship accelerated. Hard. They were pressed back into their seats. Stars became streaks of light. 4 hours to New Terra. What is the plan? Marcus checked the tactical display. It showed New Terra colony. Also showed 6 unknown ships in orbit. Attacking. We assess the situation. Identify the enemy. Rescue survivors. Then we make the enemy regret their decision. Dad, there are 6 ships. We have 1. Then we better be smart. They flew in silence for a moment. Then Sarah spoke quietly. Dad, I am scared. Marcus reached over. Squeeze her hand. Me too. But scared is okay. Scared keeps you alert. Keeps you careful. We use the fear. We do not let it use us. What if we are too late? Then we make sure this never happens again. Back on Zentera Prime, the council reconvened. Emergency session. They watched the Starhawk's trajectory on displays. 2 civilians flying into a combat zone. This is madness. One council member declared. Velmar stood firm. Those civilians defeated 6 Kralix warriors. They have earned our trust. More importantly, they represent what humanity truly is. When their people are in danger, they do not wait. They do not calculate. They act. But what if they fail? What if they die? Then we will have learned what human courage looks like, and we will make sure their sacrifice was not in vain. Another council member activated a communication channel. I am sending military support. 3 council warships. They will arrive 2 hours after the Starhawk. Make it 5 warships. Another member added. 7. Said another. Within minutes, 20 council warships were en route to New Terra. Every species sending help. Because humans were now part of the council, and the council protects its own. But the Starhawk would arrive first. Alone. 3 hours passed. Marcus and Sarah prepared. Checked weapons. Reviewed tactical data. Planned approach vectors. The communication system beeped. Incoming message. From New Terra. Marcus opened the channel. This is Captain Marcus Chun of the Council ship Starhawk. New Terra colony, please respond. Static. Then a weak voice. Female. Terrified. This is Dr. Emma Walsh. New Terra colony. We are under attack. Unknown ships bombarding the surface. Shields are failing. We have wounded. So many wounded. Please help us. Dr. Walsh. We are 1 hour away. Hold on. How many attackers? 6 ships. They appeared without warning. Started firing immediately. No communication. No demands. Just destruction. Sarah leaned forward. Dr. Walsh. This is Sarah Chun. How many children in the colony? A sob came through the speaker. 5,000. We evacuated them to underground shelters. But the bombardment is getting closer. If they breach the shelters, they will not. We are coming. Keep those children safe. 1 hour. The communication ended. Marcus increased speed. The ship shook from the strain. Alarms beeped, warning about engine stress. He ignored them. 30 minutes, he said. They dropped out of faster-than-light travel. New terror appeared ahead. A green planet. Oceans. Forests beautiful. Peaceful, except for the fires. Smoke rising from dozens of locations. Cities burning. And 6 black ships in orbit. Sleek. Angular. No markings. No identification. Unknown ship designs. Not in any database. Sarah reported. Pirates maybe. Taking advantage of an isolated colony. The 6 ships detected the Starhawk. Immediately they turned. Weapons charging. They formed an attack pattern. Marcus opened a wide channel. Attention attacking vessels. This is the Council ship Starhawk. You are attacking a protected colony. Cease fire immediately or face consequences. One of the black ships responded. The voice was mechanical. Cold. Council ship. This does not concern you. Leave or be destroyed. Not happening. Last warning. Ceasefire. Then die. All 6 ships fired. Energy beams. Missiles. A wall of destruction heading toward the Starhawk. Marcus smiled. Not a happy smile. A dangerous smile. Sarah, remember what I taught you about Earthfighter pilots. Never fight fair. Never play by their rules. And always, always cheat. Exactly. He dove the ship straight down. Toward the planet. Fast. The enemy fire missed by meters. The 6 ships pursued. Confident. They had numbers. Superior firepower. Easy kill. They were wrong. Marcus flew into the planet's atmosphere. The Starhawk shook violently. Heat shields glowing. The black ships followed. Still firing. He dove toward a canyon. Narrow. Twisting. Barely wide enough for the Starhawk. The enemy ships followed. Bad decision. Marcus knew how to fly in canyons. Years of experience navigating asteroid fields. Debris clouds. Tight spaces. He moved through the canyon like water. Smooth. Precise. The black ships were bigger. Slower. Less maneuverable. They struggled. One clipped a canyon wall. Spun out. Crashed. Massive explosion. 5 left. Marcus pulled up. Hard. Vertical climb. The enemy ships followed. He flipped the Starhawk. Suddenly he was facing them. Flying backward. Weapons locked. Sarah, fire everything. She pressed the firing controls. Plasma cannons erupted. Missiles launched. The lead black ship took the full barrage. Its shields collapsed. Hull breached. It exploded. 4 left. Marcus flipped the ship again. Dove back toward the planet. The remaining ships were more cautious now. They spread out. Tried to surround him. Smart. They are learning. Sarah said, Good. Let them learn this. He flew toward the colony. The underground shelters. The enemy ships followed. Still firing. Some shots hit the ground near the shelters. Marcus opened communication to the colony. Dr. Walsh, I need you to do something. It will sound crazy. What? Open the shelter doors. For exactly 3 seconds. Then close them. What? No. The children. Trust me. 3 seconds. On my mark. He flew directly over the shelter complex. The 4 enemy ships followed close behind. Their weapons charged. Ready to fire. Now! The shelter doors opened. Light poured out. The enemy ships saw targets. Began to fire. Marcus hit the brakes. Emergency thrust reversers. The Starhawk stopped instantly. The enemy ships could not stop in time. They overshot, flew directly over the open shelters, and Sarah fired, not at the ships, at the ground between them and the shelters. Plasma rounds hit the earth, created a massive explosion, wall of fire and debris. The 4 ships flew through it. Sensors blinded, navigation disrupted. They collided with each other. 2 ships destroyed instantly. The other 2 heavily damaged. Spinning out of control, Marcus landed the Starhawk near the colony. He and Sarah grabbed weapons, medical supplies, ran to the shelters. Dr. Walsh met them, young woman, covered in dust and blood, but alive. You actually came. Of course we came. We're the wounded. She led them inside. The shelter was large. Thousands of people, families huddled together, children crying, adults trying to stay calm. But many were injured, burned, bleeding. The colony's medical supplies were almost gone. Sarah immediately started treating patients. Marcus helped move the injured to triage areas. They worked for 2 hours, nonstop, saving lives, stabilizing critical patients. Finally, Council warships arrived. 20 ships, medical teams, engineers, soldiers. They swarmed the colony, providing aid, securing the area, searching for more attackers. Velmar arrived on one of the ships. He found Marcus and Sarah in the medical bay, both exhausted, covered in blood and dirt, but still working. Captain Chun, Sarah Chun, you should rest. Marcus shook his head. Not while people need help. Velmar looked around, at the hundreds of colonists, wounded but alive, children safe. Because 2 humans refused to wait, you destroyed 6 ships with 1 vessel. How? Sarah smiled tiredly. We did not fight fair. Fair? We used the terrain, used their confidence against them. We cheated, and we won. Velmar sat down beside them. The entire galaxy watched. Again, this time they did not see violence. They saw heroism. They saw 2 people risk everything to save strangers. Do you know what this means? Marcus looked up. What? Humans are no longer just respected or feared. Now you are loved. Every species in the Council voted. Unanimous decision. Any attack on humans anywhere will trigger immediate Council military response. You are protected. All of you. Forever. Sarah started crying. Relief. Exhaustion. Emotion. Everything hitting at once. Marcus hugged his daughter. We did good today. Yes, Dad. We did. But outside the shelter something was happening. Something no one expected. The colonists were gathering. Thousands of them. Humans of all ages. They stood in silence. Then one person started clapping. Slowly. Then another. Then another. Soon everyone was clapping. Cheering. Some crying. Some laughing. They were not cheering for the Council. They were cheering for Marcus and Sarah. For 2 people who came when others might have waited. For family who treated strangers like family. Marcus and Sarah stepped outside. Saw the crowd. The faces. The gratitude. A little girl ran forward. Maybe 6 years old. She hugged Sarah's legs. Thank you for saving us. Sarah knelt down. Hugged her back. Always. We will always protect you. The girl looked up with big eyes. Are you superheroes? Sarah laughed. No, sweetie. We are just humans. Just like you. The girl smiled. Then I want to be like you when I grow up. And in that moment, Sarah understood. This was not about violence. Not about fighting. It was about showing the next generation what humans could be. Brave. Kind. Willing to sacrifice for others. She looked at her father. He smiled. Proud.